And we're back here with Suburban Snoop, an artist from the DMV, or as he likes to call it, the 703, 202, and the 301. The date is July 17th, 2024. And Snoop, where do you live?
I live now in Rockville, Maryland.
How many Instagram followers do you have?
Like a hair, I'd say about a hair over 8,000.
Fair amount. How many Google results are there for Suburban Snoop?
I wouldn't say that I know the amount of Google result. I know that it's the first two pages or the first two pages of content.
What is your most liked photo on Instagram or TikTok?
Most like, actually, come to think of it, it's a more recent one. This one that we just did it on TikTok the other day. It's like a Bronco post, but whenever Bronco's this new music video that I just dropped. And at the beginning, I sample some sounds. And instead of just starting the song where it starts like in the video, I started that shit like 3-4 seconds later. Just cause like, TikTok people don't have patience. They don't have, it's just, they want to get right to the content. Where's the beef? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I started it closer and I picked up like thousands of more views, like 3,000-4,000 likes. It was kind of wild, low key, how much traffic now like I'm getting from TikTok. I really wasn't on board with TikTok for quite some time. Like just cause like, I don't know. It's not the type of social media I use, right? I use some more into like Reddit and I really kind of changed gears so recently. I had to get on board, and my new manager was just like, "Yo, TikTok's where it's at with if you want traffic, if you want to really get stuff." So I see what it is now, and plus Bronco is really one of my best piece of content that I've really put out there. Definitely check it out if you ain't yet.
What's your favorite food right now? And what do you like to eat?
That's a tough one. Favorite food. Ooh. I could give you like top three. My like top three right now. I mean, if we're talking solid foods, we're talking like Greek yogurt, pistachios, and then these new plant-based like meats they got. Because I'm not someone who eats meat specifically, at least, and like the old like back in the day, like even just 5 years ago, you only had like veggie burgers where they had like they're black bean burgers and they're good, right? They're good, but they're not like a meat replacement. But holy moly, these Beyond joints, these Impossible joints, woo. I gotta like watch, how much is limited, do it right. But like, damn, that's probably like my favorite type go to. But on a regular, man, I'll be eating the Greek yogurts and pistachios all the time at work.
Who is a famous person in your phone?
Ooh, this producer, his name is Mr. Chalk. I met him through another acquaintance, this guy Young Gray. But Mr. Chalk, he's an OG producer. He did Ice Ice Baby. He kind of was on the come up back with like Dr. Dre and NWA times. And yeah, I just had the pleasure of getting to message him back and forth a little bit through Instagram and hear feedback and whatnot. And I'd say by far he's probably the biggest.
What is the biggest thing to happen in your career?
Biggest thing to happen in my career? Uh, this draws a blank. I feel like I've done a lot of big things, but I haven't really gotten. There's not one singularity I can think of. Biggest thing career wise for me right now, I'd say, is my new manager, Nate. Nate the Great. He's really just he's given me a lot of pointers. Not even just pointers. He's just he's like a coach. The way like a sports coach used to be. Holds you accountable, teaches you new techniques, makes you achieve things that you didn't ever even one think you could achieve yourself, or two, maybe you never even dreamt it into reality, or that thought may not even cross your mind. But he's just been putting me on to so much and just helping me organize my life, not even just with the music. Like it's like it's starting with that, and then it's got the little chain reaction, domino effect type shit happening. And like, yeah, this shit making me happy, making me excited. But I'd say that's probably the biggest thing right now is Nate. You watch to see what we got coming this year and how we're gonna grow the brand and really grow Suburban Snoop.
What is most important to you right now?
Most important, I'd say like probably family. You know, at the end of the day, like it starts with the wife. I got a wife. I got little 4 kitties, and like it all starts with family, man, and having her support, their support. Like it's funny you talk about like an animal with support, but like holy moly, like it's crazy how sometimes whether you're feeling up or feeling down, like you get to hold and you get to pet it, they make you feel a certain way, and then all of a sudden you create in a certain way. And then like, you know, your partner, your wife, this magical shit. Magic. So I'd say that's most important. I've really had some great support. I've never had support like I have from her from a partner, and support with the art, the brand, pushing it out in the streets, everything we're doing. She's always there and always there by my side. But whether it's not even with music then and with health or work or other aspects of life, I'd say, yeah. That's really what makes it most important to me.
Are you more confident this year compared to last year?
1,000%. 1,000%. The confidence is through the roof. I want to say, I feel like the old Kanye, you know, like back in the day when he would take over the stage, like, no, I'm not trying to do that. But like, I feel like Kanye used to do this thing, at least when I saw him when I was a kid, like young, where like when he take over the room, he take over the room. And like, sometimes I feel like yeah, the confidence, like whether it's been at work, whether it's been at what I'm doing on music shit, no matter the grind, no matter what I feel like I've been doing now, I feel like I've been just in the zone. Life's been like sharper than ever before. And it really starts with confidence because if you don't believe in I mean, yeah, you don't believe in your shit, you ain't gonna go nowhere with nothing, right? And even when that confidence level drops, I'd say the biggest thing I've learned is how to find it, or not necessarily how to find it, but you know how not to lose touch. You know, you lose touch. We're human. We're gonna have your ups. You're gonna have your downs. But like when you have your downs, like you gotta be able to have activities, people, and surroundings that help you bounce back, like a basketball. Bounce right back up, and then you take them up. And yeah, you know, eventually you go back down, but as long as when you're going down on the coaster, like you already know what you're gonna do after we get the bend and go right back up. Right? Confidence is crazy.
Do you think you're successful?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I like the, I mean, it ties in with the confidence factor, but you know, I put myself in stupid situations young, you know, caught some charges and shit, and like that's been one thing, yo, just digging, whether it's been grinding through work or grinding to be clean, grinding, pushing yourself not to trap, not to break the law. Do that shit, that slow money, bro. Cause like ultimately it traps you. And like I dug myself deep, caused some felonies and finally bounced back. It took years, fucked my credit up with the bail, the lawyers. I caught a blessing, not a blessing. Let me back up. It was a blessing in my life, but not a blessing overall. But basically, when COVID hit, anybody who had like clean anything, or I guess like if you had like a clean record of your probation or your parole, like they basically just one day cut us all loose, or just yeah, and they cut it. And so yeah, no, but that really gave me a huge fighting chance. And then the car industry, most recently, I learned as a salesperson. I just joined, not knowing shit really. Just coming out, I used to be a barista before, and then I got caught up when I was trapping after a couple years. And once that shit spit me out, I joined the car biz and eventually became a manager, and then eventually became a general sales manager and had my own store for a couple years. And we killed that shit. #1 in Maryland for Volkswagen, like year upon year, like triple time in a row. And nah, that success in the car business really helped me find myself again. You know, ultimately I let it consume me too much, and that shit chew me up, spit me out. I was like, I quit. I came back now like at a moderate rate, no more than like 50, 55 hours, right? Them 80-hour weeks, the 70-hour weeks, you can't let that shit'll like, it'll take your art away. It'll fuck you up. It'll fuck your body up. You fuck your mental up. You start sacrificing stupid shit and ruining important things in your life. Like Yeah. So just be careful. That's all I say with that.
How often do you get recognized in public?
I wouldn't say I get recognized yet with music. You know, my music's just not quite to that point. You know, that's why we're trying to push it. We're trying to grow it. I get recognized for the wrong reasons, like at the dealership, because I'm a used car manager now. So everybody who has a problem with anything going to be coming my way. And yeah, no, I mean, I have fun with that job though, because like there's always an answer. There's always a solution. Like I'm a people person. I like to be honest and transparent because like you can still do business and still make money, still build a huge customer following. You just gotta, you know, build value in yourself and all that shit. And with that come, you know, like Uncle Ben always says, great power comes great responsibility. And that means you handling people at 9 a.m. I walked in the other day and like I do my hair at work because like I have the pleasure. I get this cool perk being a used car manager, right? Where I get to take different cars home, and sometimes those cars don't have tops, or they're convertibles, and yeah, it fucks your hair up when you got hair like mine. So I do my hair at work. But man, I walked in the room the other day, like 9:02, and I had like two people waiting, and this one lady started cussing me out. The other person was chill, but like, yo, that's what I get recognized for the most by far is like, oh, you're Johnny, the manager? I want to talk to you, Johnny. And like, I'm memorable on the phones too. I do this little phone shit where I tap into people's emotion. I feel like, or I really use emotion through the phones. The same way I do like on a song. The same way I like rap. I like to think about Robin Williams. Good morning, Vietnam. Like that shit. Like every day when I start my first fucking phone call and I lean in, like I just get that Robin Williams energy and like yeah, through the phones. But when you do that to people over the phones, by golly, they want to fucking meet you. And I've had people like not cop whips because like I'll talk to them and then not be there and then just be like, yeah, it's a salesperson. I'll call them and they still just want to wait to like meet you. So it's good and it's bad, but it's not quite yet for music.
What's the biggest event in the news right now?
It's crazy, come to think of it. One of the biggest events now in our American history, but the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. It's wild when you think about it, because like not more than 30 days ago or not even a month ago, like we saw the debate policed like kindergartners, no people, no nothing, and like the way they go at each other's necks. Biden has an adult moment, right? And like then this happens. Yeah, it's wild. I will say, like, I'm a fan of trying to find the silver light, the bright light, or whatever light you call it in the field of darkness. And amongst all the darkness and shitty shit and bad shit that brings, I read on Reddit this morning, like the transcripts are basically in the summaries of the conversations that I guess Biden reached out to Trump, just, you know, give him his best XYZ, but politics aside, it was the first beautiful thing I saw in American politics, and that, you know, Joe talking about he and Jill are praying for Donald and Melania, and like, who'd have ever thought that phone call would have taken place just a couple, you know, days ago, and like that shit even hits close home for me because like I'm from South Central PA. I spent a fuck ton of time in Pittsburgh. You know, my best friend right now lives in Pittsburgh. Like he actually lives in the same town as one of the victims who passed away, the firefighter, you know, rest his soul. But that shit hits close home, I guess, for me because of the PA bit, just being from that neck of the woods. So crazy the events.
What trend are you over now?
I'd say vaping nicotine. Like I use these joints. This little THC vape. What is this? Little slurricane indica joint. I mean, like, basically, you can hit these inside. You can't be obnoxious with it. I don't hit them inside usually. Like, I'll hit it like, you know, here, there, right now. But like, this shit keeps me going throughout the day, bro. You're running around. You're like, I got to run to service. I got to run in the new car side. I got to run back to the used car side, whatever. And like, you know, it just being high helps me be myself like more. Even I get more comfortable around people, much more comfortable. And like, Yeah, no. So, but I kicked the Nick recently, or kicked nicotine and the nicotine vapes, and it's wild. I notice how much it opens my lungs. Thank God, I don't notice any difference with these versus smoking like regular pack because I do smoke a lot of regular pack. And yeah, no, I mean, it's been good to kick the Nick. I just feel like a difference. It's really helping me now. I started to like work out a bit and just live a healthier lifestyle overall.
What's your favorite book right now? What do you like to read?
Probably it's this joint. It's like a spy novel. It's called The Peacock and the Sparrow. It was written by someone I know, one of my old Starbucks customers. She used to sit in there and just type on the laptop. We had a lot of fruitful conversations, but she's a former spy herself. And yeah, I just remember her always talking about it, and it was so cool to see her release it. And like that shit's popping, yo. It's such a good book, but it's like the media seeing it as a good book. She's getting a lot of pickups, a lot of hits. She's been like touring with it. Like, nah, it's been great to see the success, but it's so cool. It's just it reminds me of the way the book is. If you ever seen that movie Sicario by Benicio, or I think it's Benicio del Toro, um, just the realness and the way it moves like it moves fast, but the book kept me glued to the pages, the way that spy movie kept me glued to the screen, or like some like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy type like glue. I read books, but I don't typically read spy novels. I'm much more of a like Ben Mesrich books that are getting turned into movies, biopic type ones, because I love seeing the book and the movie and see that connection. I found out about this one just because she was one of my old Starbucks customers. I got close, like I knew her. I think we were friends on Facebook and stuff, and like I watched her talk about it, all that stuff. So like that's how I found that book, and I guess that means I gotta read more spies, check out some more spy novels. Just need more time. But I guess spy novels aren't usually my cup of tea. But boy, that cup of tea was good.
What was the lowest point of your year?
Definitely the January, like February, like not February, I guess January. Like I lost a brother, very close friend of mine. Um, like August, September last year, right at the end of August into early September, and like it just hit me hard sideways, and I was still really just processing, trying to find new ways to be able to at least reconnect, yeah, with him and stuff. And man, it just strained me. Yeah, I'm an optimistic person. I always like to tell people that I'm like a glass, not just glass half empty, half full, but I'm like my glass, I got two glasses full. I like to be happy with it. And yo, it threw me for a loop. It was the first time I lost like a very, very, very close friend of mine like that. And yeah, it just made those months hard. But yeah, those months made me stronger, I guess, in a way. Come out through.
How about the highest point?
Definitely right now. I'd say for sure right now. Like I got Bronco out. It's a huge accomplishment just to get a new video out for the year for Suburban Snoop. You know, I haven't had a video out in a couple years now. And last time I was dropping a video, like shit hit the fan with the feds and I got caught up and it just fucked the release and the promo shit. And it's just like, yeah, no. So it just felt good to finally get something else out finally. And like, all the new stuff I've been learning from my coach, Nate, and getting on a grind of a track there, getting healthier, getting closer, the bond getting closer with my wife. That's been better than ever. Our kitties are growing up even cuter and nicer than ever. Like I'd say definitely right now it's been a very high point. I got my in-laws coming next, what, 1, 2, 3, like next week type. I can't wait to see the in-laws though. They're from Brazil. So they're flying in from Brazil and it's gonna be such a fun time when they're here. But I love the prep process, right? Like just not just even getting the house ready, getting the gifts ready, planning the trip. I love itineraries, like getting to do that. Like it's been inspiring me with the music. Like I listen to a lot of like Portuguese stuff lately, and Portuguese artists, Brazilian artists, and it's just been giving me on a vibe, such a vibe, and pushing Bronx. It's been helping me maximize my time, pushing my Bronco stuff and making me feel so good. Such a high point right now. Definitely the highest of the year by far.
So I know you're quite in the movies, but tell me, what's your favorite movie?
Too simple of a question. There's too many movies on this earth. You know, I could give you like top 5 favorite directors, maybe. Top 5 directors, what? Tarantino, Kubrick, Scorsese, Spielberg, and Ridley Scott. That'd be my top 5. And then I give honorable mentions to the new gen, what? Adam McKay, Chris Nolan, Jordan Peele. They'd be like my 3 honorary mentions then. And like, favorite movie, I guess I've been rewatching. I've watched it my whole life, but rewatching recently, I got this sick fucking tattoo. I don't know which camera can catch the tattoo. This shit's it's Reservoir Dogs. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. And it's Mr. Orange and Mr. White. Like when they're riding and he's bleeding out, but they're fucking crayons. And it's so cool. I got another Mr. White right here too. I didn't even realize that till I was driving home, I think. And I like looked down and like that's when that dawned upon me. I couldn't believe me or my artist didn't realize the Mr. White connection right there. But damn, yo, I fucking love Reservoir Dogs. Like I've just been rewatching it. Something I love with movies and cinema is like getting to share it with people and getting to show people movies. And like I've been just having the opportunity to show that movie to more people recently and like watch it with them and to fucking see their reactions. And like how they're not expecting it. My wife fell in love with it. Some of my friends recently just fell in love. And I don't know, I guess that'd be my favorite movie I've been rewatching, like binging right now. I got that bitch doesn't leave the Blu-ray player stack. It's like always right there. So I could pop it in when it's late night or something. I need a little inspo. Show me a little bit of that, Steve Buscemi, Harvey Keitel going back. Boom, boom, boom. It's so good. So good. But check out any of those 8 directors for real, because like those are my top 5 and top 3, I guess, honoraries. More recent.
What's your favorite color right now?
Purple. By far. Purple's been my favorite color like since I'm trying to think. It's been some time. I don't know. For like maybe 5+ years. Ever since I got this tattoo. This is purple. This was what, like 8 years ago? Since like 2016-ish, maybe. I don't know. That's why I put purple in the logo. Like, I feel like you can't go wrong. It's such a it's an inspirational color to me, not just because of the print. I mean, Prince was such a great example. Hence why I can't even look away now once I start looking at this shit. The logo's fire too. But Oh, here we go. Happy 420, motherfucker. Yeah, I am one of those people who has a 420 alarm.
Do you feel pressure?
Would I take a hit? Nah, I do feel pressure, but it's funny. I have a song called Pressure Unfolds even coming in October, baby. But fucking pressure, to me, it's important that we feel pressure because, I don't want to sound like, I don't want to say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it's true. Like this shit just is true, not just because Kelly fucking says it, but whatever, Britney, whoever sings it, like, dude, the pressure really, really, really helps make me sharper, helps me grow. I love seeing the pressure unfold when you get the pressure and then finding ways to make it go down. I wouldn't say I feel pressure when it comes to music, like performing, because I love performing's exhilarating. Performing is like fucking the brains or like the craniums, like Mother Nature's like cook, there's nothing that compares to like the way you feel on stage. And like once I'm up, like I'm always blown the fuck I gotta get off. Or whenever that time comes, like I never feel like I want to get off. I'm just like, you're just doing your thing. Like you're it. But like I feel pressure from music from like these goddamn deadlines. Submit this song 6 fucking weeks ahead. And you gotta do this YouTube video. And not just that, put the album up and then put the lyrics in there. And then Genius gotta catch the joint. Like I guess because I'm still an independent artist growing my brand. Like it's tedious. And like it's definitely a challenge. It's a challenge accepted. But like, yo, the pressure been unreal lately. 3-4 hours. I got like 3 hours of sleep 2 nights ago, and like earlier this morning before this interview, I fucking like went back to sleep after this. I took a Portuguese class, and then like I was like, let me like think about. Let me try to get ready. Let me pick an outfit. Like I knew I wanted to wear my like nice little Billy Joel shirt, but damn, like the pressure pushed me so hard, I went back to sleep, and like that was me letting the pressure unfold. Thank God I did that. Thank God I don't have a headache. But like it's damn, the pressure's been unreal lately with the music deadlines, the car shit, bro. You know how interest rates be right now. You know, prime is what it is. They didn't lower it either, and they're probably not gonna lower it next time. Like, and it's just so much harder to sell a car, and like the pressure is on at work. It can be inspiring. It can also be demoralizing. It's just like it's a roller coaster, but it's something that comes with my job. But you know, I get paid well or compensated well. I get cool benefits like take whatever you want home each night and stuff. So like I'll take that pressure for that. Like I know how to do it. Like, and I feel like I'm an expert with that. I'm very successful with it. But man, there is pressure with car business, and especially just right now because it's people just aren't strolling in. You know, there's not these 0.9 or 199 interest rates supporting manual Hellcats and Challengers. Right? I got a fucking manual M4 sitting in my goddamn showroom. Ironically, we just traded this other M4. I had a deal on it. I like even like got to the point where I was like getting ready to log it. This dude, another guy, backed out. Just like Kendrick came in and what he did to Drake keeps happening to my deal every time. I see a dead deal. Every time, bro, with that fucking manual M4. Everybody sees the rate and they balk. So like the pressure's on to move that goddamn car. But once I move that car, like what inspires me the most is the success that you feel. And it turns into like bars then. And like, that's why I've been incorporating the car shit, I guess, more with my music and my bars lately. Cause it really is Suburban Snoop. Like I am a used car salesman and I'm fucking proud of it. And it's like the challenge, the hunt, the grind that comes with that. It's been pushing me, inspiring me more and more with my music. You know, Bronco's named Bronco not because of the horse. It's actually because of the whip. I was your friendly neighborhood Ford expert back when they repumped Broncos into the market in 21. And that's when I got that beat. So like the car shit really drips into the Suburban Snoop shit. Yeah, quite a bit. The references, trying to think my next album, I got a couple songs, like Escape, I'm thinking. I used to start songs after like the name of a car just cause like, yeah, it was just easy. I didn't have a name for the beat, but like I'd look at it, some cars and be like, whoa, that kind of sounds like that in a way. I remember this badass fucking, I don't want to say badass, no Ford's badass, but like people fucking, they don't go to Fords because they want them, they go because they need them. Like, right. It's not a Beamer, but like I don't know, I was working there and like I had to feel badass about the car. I guess Bronco I'd say is badass. I take that Ford statement back. It's like 90% of Fords aren't badass. Maybe 10%, 15% of Fords are badass. Ronan, your dad's Ford is badass. Okay. He's got a Bronco Raptor. That shit actually is badass as fuck. But like I said, 90% of people go to Ford because they need that approval, baby. Give me that approval.
Is there anything that annoys you that didn't a year ago?
Anything that what? Say that again?
Is there anything that annoys you that didn't a year ago?
New annoyances. What a unique question. I wasn't prepared for that one. So like insert Law and Order sound. Dum dum. I can't even like think of the crime. Nah, I'm trying to think of new. I mean, I have annoyances, but I'm trying to think of like new ones. That I guess my biggest annoyance is like that we only have 24 hours in our day. I just don't have enough time to like make the bread I need to like then chase the art and do it. You know, I'm really trying to pop this off so I can like do my art full time. But goddamn, that time is an annoyance when you don't have enough of it for real. So but I don't really find annoyances with people because I have to deal with all types of different people. So I always have an optimistic perspective or outlook in it, especially when you deal with a problem customer. You got to have like a positive attitude, right? You got to feel positive, right? You got to smile. You got to make them feel like they're at Disney World, even if they're pissed off somebody crapped in their cornflakes. And like, yeah, you really, I always just put the smile on like with it. So I wouldn't say people ever frustrate me, or not necessarily frustrate or an annoyance ever really, because like I just don't interpret it that way. I guess because of my job, because of what that used to be. I get annoyed sometimes how unsafe people drive. Maybe I get annoyed that I can't get more traffic to my Instagram. Gotta figure that one out. Like I feel like I have like first world annoyances. Like I don't know, like, but they're not new. They've always been there.
Who is the biggest person you've ever performed for?
The biggest person I performed for, probably Arsenal. It's this battle rapper. He's on one of my tracks, one of my older ones, Burbs. He's probably the biggest, so by far.
Are you aware of people when you're playing?
Hell yeah, yo, because like people to me are a part of the experience. I like to, I love the energy from audiences. It's like, I don't say it's like gasoline, but it's like gas for your engine, like the way they're responding, they're vibing. In smaller venues, I always love to get people and grab an audience member, use them for a bit, sit them down in a chair and like talk, like rap to them or involve. So I used to make coffee way back in the day, my Starbucks days. I'd have some coffee shit on stage and pour cups of coffee and hand them to people. I could put their hand out and want it. And like, I was just trying to be unique. But what I really liked with the coffee shit was it actually made the venue like, I don't want to say stink, but it made it smell like a Starbucks or smell like coffee. See, some people, 20% of people, I'd say 25% of people don't fuck with that. 75% of people do fuck with that. So like, yeah, no. But I really like just interacting with the audience and just sometimes whether it's a response or whether you're actually using them. For me, the audience it's a huge part of the performance.
At the moment, who's your favorite artist?
At the moment, favorite artist, probably FBC. FBC is a Brazilian dude. Man, he used to have this Brazilian song. It's called Gicana. It's about these little flip-flops. It's like, Gicana. Os criada VIP vai Gicana. It's so good. It's such a little bop, bro. But like, he has just developed and formed into such a cool artist. His album now is, I think it's called FBC. No, it definitely is. Badass as shit. He's sitting there and he's holding like a fucking disco ball. Sit with shades, all black. He's sitting in the middle. Oh, it's just like so perfect. But it's like a disco funk. Like if the 80s fucked the early 2000s and like had a disco pop funk baby, bro. It's like I don't speak Portuguese. I'm taking lessons. My wife's from Brazil, but like I don't really speak it. And as I'm now learning, and I'm like probably like a level 1 speaker, Sid, right? Like his songs have just, especially that fucking album, just like made the language make sense and just it's like shattered the mirrors, bro, the boundaries of it. And like the way he flows and just not even knowing what he was saying and then knowing small words and then looking up the other shit and seeing the translations and just, like I fell in love with him as an artist. So like, and I'm really focusing on my own music right now, just fine tuning my album for October and some small little tweaks here or there with some quotes and some movie sounds and shit I'm just using. I love using cinema shit, but I've been doing like 100% my own music. I realized recently, a couple days ago, maybe like a week or so. And man, once I put him on and like in the car again, because that's what I was listening to last, 2-3 months ago before I buried myself just in my shit to try and fine tune. He just, it took me out of this world. It shit made me cry. I was like driving. I don't know if everybody has those like, little music orgasm. Like you get off work, you take a hit of J, whatever. You driving, you just vibing, you just your song, and it connects, it just make you cry. Like I don't know, it's like an eargasm. I think as Dre used to say, no diggity. But like yeah. He been giving me the most eargasms lately because it's not just the Portuguese, it's the beats, the flow, the transitions. I can't help but move every time I hear it. And even if I'm down, if I hear it, like it just can't help but bring me up because he just takes me back to like when I went to Brazil for the couple weeks there and just how I felt, the relief, the release, the disconnect, the connect to earth and people. And it's just the food. It's everything. It's amazing. So yeah.
What's your best approach to songwriting? What do you do? How do you, Suburban Snoop, write a song?
Success, for me at least, success in other things. Like when I sell a bunch of cars and I'm like whipping home, that's when I get the best bars come out. Or like when I used to trap hard, when you have your biggest nights, or not even just your biggest nights, but when you have a close call and you win or you complete said mission, like that gives you the most exhilarating badassery feeling, like you are the best motherfucker in the world right now type shit feeling. And like, yeah, that feeling, that's how I feel like when I kill it, like at work, because it's hard in my industry. And like, that's why when you do it, you feel like you are the best because you are the best. And it's like, when I do shit like that, that's when I'm inspired the most. Yeah, nah, making gains, to say it short, making gains. When I make gains, bro, that shit, that no matter what I'm making gains in, that's ultimately what leads to me writing my bars. And then like, I just like to smoke pack, you know, and fine tune. I'm not a freestyler. I'll write my shit out and I'll fucking like, you know, go back to it, re-listen to it. In school, they used to taught us, I remember my teacher taught us, Mr. Ulmer was like, rough draft, second draft, third draft, final. And like, I feel like that's how I do it with my bars. Like I'll write a rough and then like a second, I'll look at it like a third time. And then eventually I'll just think of a certain word or an opening or an ending or this or that. I'll think of some type of thing to change, take out, add, you name it, whatever. And it'll just like final. And then like it'll be there. But ultimately, the seeds to my lyrical plants and babies all start from making gains, and then I slowly water them with some Mary Jane and little cinema. I love watching fucking movies, bro. And I'm watching a movie on repeat, and I pick up something that's like a funny game. It's funny because I interpret it as a gain, but you know when you rewatch a movie and like you rewatch it and you pick up on something you ain't never seen before or never realized before. Yo, I watch movies 10, 15, 20 times over and I still pick up new shit. And when that happens, that's like a gain in my book. And that shit like be inspiring me. But sometimes when I'll pick up on it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm using that quote. And it's just like, yeah. So I'd say those two things, gains, and then that shit with the movies there. And then like they grow. And then eventually little sunlight gets them finalized. So sunlight is in, I love taking walks in the sun. It's been hot as fuck lately. Too hot. But like, I work in an office, so when I take 5-minute little stroll outside, hit the slurricane, and then the sunlight vitamin D slurricane up on your skin. Oh my God. I feel like that's when I like fine tune my a little AirPod in my ear. That the sunlight, that's when I'm like doing the like step 3, step 4, the fine tune. I'll just be listening to it. When I step out and hit it, the way that sunlight like gives me some type of mental energy. Like I know it's funny, we all talk about the heat negatively right now because like if you don't do it, like not do it right, but if you're just not doing it correctly, I guess, and like keeping yourself inside and only going out in the heat and very small whatevers, when you do go out, it's like a shot. I guess like I don't drink, but it's like a shot of alcohol. Give me a shot of sunlight, bang, and it's just like you feel it, and it makes me glow. People say their skin, oh, my skin is glowing. I guess bitches on the beach or like they say it. I'm with them. Put me with the girls, bro. Take me and my wife. Put us with the girls, right? Because like she loves sunlight too, and like just sometimes if you're not feeling right, like we just go out and walk into the car that first. Kiss the sunlight, or I was driving. I'll tell you, here's what really hit me hard the other day. I was whipping this sweet little 428i convertible 2018 Beamer. We traded, and I had the pleasure of taking that shit home. I took it twice. But that aside, yo, both times when I was whipping and it was sunny as shit in the morning and it's like 8 o'clock, like 8:10 a.m. I'm driving to work. And like, I don't drive on some bullshit highway. I have the pleasure of taking, it's like a typical double yellow 2-lane road. Not 2-lane, 1 lane with a double yellow in the middle, like through a forest, bro. It's crazy. And you just pop up on up here in Maryland. And it's like, so I take a nice little way, or it's like 45, 50 miles an hour max. I think it's actually 35 to 40. But with the top down and the like the little sun kiss of sunlight on your skin, oh, gets me like high off of nature and just wired the fuck in. And step 3, step 4, complete. I remember I was doing that when on that drive. I like thought of or picked the exact movie quote thing I was finishing off Perfect System with. And Perfect System. It's a single I got coming on August 30th. So coming here very soon. But like, yeah, I was trying to just fine tune some shit at the beginning, and we got to fine tune. And it's G-rated. G-rated Suburban Snoop. Because we trying to get it out there to the people, to the kiddos in a good way, not the bad shit, the G-rated shit. We're just making, it's like a director. It's like, you know, when Stanley Kubrick comes out from making like these like Shining in these Clockwork Oranges, and he comes with like 2001, A Space Odyssey, rated G. And it's just like, yeah, I'm trying to do that with my art. I'm just trying to like expand it to the G-rated crowd. My Aunt Tanya, she always is like, when are you going to make something G-rated? Or she doesn't even say G. I'm trying to think the way she words it. She words it differently. But she's always like, I love that you do your art. I love that you chase it. When are you going to make something I can listen to? Because like I respect it. Not everybody listens to, you know, whatever is made type, you know? And it's like that having a song that's just G-rated and being able to put on the radio, no edits. And it's just like, it's like a new idea, a new wave. I'm trying to be optimistic and positive with it. And it's a hell of a beat. Let me tell you that. It's going to take you back in time.
How do you feel about the music industry?
How do I feel about the music industry? Good question. I don't really like think much about it. I just think about what I'm hustling on and what I'm doing with like my music. I've been really out of tune with the shit recently. Like I only caught up. It's funny. My best friend, he's like into everything of like not just like music shit, but he's a very knowledgeable, very smart, intelligent person. And I mentioned, or he asked me about like, yo, did you hear about Drake and Kendrick? And I was just like, like sorta. Like I'm on Reddit. Like I use like Reddit. Maybe I get like a meme or some shit here or there, but I haven't been exposing myself to other music because I've been so focused on fine tuning mine, and I've been working on prepping my live sets so I can do live stuff. And like for me, it's just like it's like I guess like with exercise, you got to commit yourself to it. It's like I'm committing my ears to that, and it's like yeah, and it really just I was not in tune, but I did recently catch up. I watched like a 12 to 15 minute video. Some dude on YouTube, thank you, whoever you were, because I don't remember your name. But for real, he caught me up. That's wild. And like that music, and yeah, that shit blew me away low key. Like I love the music we get from it in a way, but it actually disappoints me. I mean, like nobody likes to see like the towers fall or shit crumble. And it's just like, I'm more on the like unity or like the step J. Cole took. That would be more the step towards I would take, I feel like, for sure. And like while we did get some cool songs and singles here, it does break my heart in a way when I hear like I heard it's drawing a blank, but I'm thinking like the video with ASAP. What was it? Oh, fucking Problems. That song, bro. And like it's cool because they all are babies, bro. Baby Drake, baby Kendrick, baby ASAP, bro. Like they're all, you know, baby 2 Chainz, bro. They're just like, it's crazy to see that video, but I heard it the other day. And like after like I watched the video, I think that shit came on, come to think of it, when I was watching that YouTube shit to catch me up on like what has happened the last 90 days that I've been out of the loop. And it like made me cry on the inside because like, yo, I don't know. It just fucks me up in the head to think like, damn, does that mean we're never going to get a Drake Kendrick track again? Like, I hope not, bro. Like, I don't know. So like that shit fucks me up with the industry when it comes to like rap shit. The other stuff, like, I think are into that aside, like other industry aspects, because I guess the industry could be a lot of shit. I mean, I guess it's cool the internet's there and how it's connecting people. I wasn't really a fan of TikTok when it comes to that part of the industry, but I've changed my ways now. I've come to the dark side of the force. Or I guess that's like a G-rated site, come to think of it, because you got to be so G-rated to be on TikTok. Yeah, this interview, this shit ain't going to be on fucking TikTok. Like, you might get some little 10, 15, 5-second slurp snippets from there, whatever. But they're going to be the G-rated cuts. Like, you ain't going to get none of it. Because it's just like, yeah, bro, TikTok will probably take it out for the little Zuzu slurricane sitting right there. You know? Like, that's TikTok. So I'm on board with TikTok. It's just I do different content, I guess, in a way for TikTok. But TikTok is hard. I don't like that I have to police my creativity when I make it. What's so unique and cool about the song Perfect System I got coming out from me and my buddy Alden, like when we made that song, like, and when I wrote my verses, like the shit was just G-rated because the movies we were watching and like the ideas and things I talk about, it was genuinely born. It's not like I had like the bumpers on, because like when I have to make something G-rated when I'm writing it, like I feel like bowling with bumpers, like, or like, yeah, I just feel like, or policed. It's like the other best way to say it.
Is there anything new that you're hoping to do musically?
Oh, hell yeah. I have so many. I was like, where's the list? Let me pull it out. Bang. Oh, wow. 444. I love when we catch the numbers. 111, 222, 333, 444. Got it. Bang. Nah, tons of shit though. Like, I really want to like learn guitar. I want to learn piano, like to be able to play it. Like how you learn a language to be able to speak it. I want to just be able to play. And I know that'll come once I get Suburban Snoop to where I need it to be, because I'll be able to take like my 40-hour work weeks, turn them into like 40-hour, I don't know, not 40 hours, like 55, 60-hour work weeks, take them bitches into like music weeks and like put them into music 40-hour work weeks. And like, dude, I can learn these instruments, take the lessons, be committed, like fully to being able to learn. Because like right now, I could never fit putting a new instrument into the schedule. Like that's like the dream to be able to like, like get to learn those. And like, I'd like to be able to learn them so I can produce further and like, yeah, just can get connected musically further. And I'd say other conceptually wise now, like a couple different ways I want to go with it. A couple different ways for sure. But I guess it starts with learning those new instruments.
What are some criticisms of your music?
Oh, people say a lot. They can't understand what I say. So I'm like, put your beats on, wear your AirPods. But nah, for real, for real. Like people say it, and like I get it. I guess it's just the way I rap, and I try to combat it, or I've been trying to positively combat it now, where I'm putting my bars in my motherfucking videos. Like if you see Bronco, or when you see Bronco, like I put it in there because it actually turned out in that way. It made the video turned it into like a movie, a film, so much more cinematic. But like I want people to know, and I want people to hear like what I have to say. Like that actually is fucking important to me. I thank you for letting me know. And like that's how I'm trying to really like change it. Cause like ultimately, you know, I guess first part, the first thing I could have done, because like when I used to record with Alden, we'd record in his basement, like I do use the shower as a booth. He had this little shower type booth thing set up, and like it was so cool the sounds we caught, because like when you hear Perfect System, we cut that shit like in his basement and in his shower basement there. And like when I did my verse and like you close the door, the acoustic that the tall little glass shower makes, like when you close the door, it's like different from any sound you hear. And like cool shit he was able to make with it, he made it sound like this. It's like it's not auto tune at all. It's like, but it sounds. He did a filter on the backing vocal, so he did my vocal, and then he did a backing vocal filter, and like it sounds like time travel, like electronic, almost through a phone, but not really. And it's like you can hear definitely, or people can hear what I'm saying on that shit. So I'm trying to always, or the way I be doing it now is just make sure that you know people who do what I say. I have my wife in the booth, you know, there. I always have like someone there to make sure that when I'm hitting it the way I feel it, like people feel it too with it. But the big thing I can do is just hit it with putting these bars in the videos. The bars in the videos is just like key now, these lyric videos. Because once people know, think about it, once you know what an artist says in a song, like then you hear the song again. And like sometimes once I hear one part and then like I learn another part, or like I read the bars or whatever said, Then when I'm hearing something else in the song, I'm like, oh my God. Like you all of a sudden hear another word because you learned how the artist spoke, or you heard their accent, or, however they delivered the words early on in the lyric. You then hear the accent later and you catch the other words. It's like when you're watching the movie and you see something you didn't see before. And no, I'm trying to get people to be able to do that though.
Who is your best friend?
My best friend's my boy Brendan. He's up in Pittsburgh, PA. I met Brendan at Starbucks. He was a barista with me. We got real close. We have a very shared love for cinema, for coffee. He's one of the most genuine people I know, down to my heart, bro. We were in a car accident actually together, pretty severe one where I wrecked my car. He was my passenger. And like that shit was pretty crazy. And I got fucking arrested like on scene. It was wild, yo. But like we both he got hurt actually like way more than I did. He's healed up and stuff. But we've gotten close and yeah, now we have such a shared love for movies. And I just love getting to connect with him. And I feel like every conversation I have with this fucker, like he teaches me something. And yeah, no, he's such a good brother to have though.
What app do you use the most?
Reddit. By far. Like, take me to the comments. Like, yo, like, if you haven't been to Reddit comments, do yourself a motherfucking favor. Go to the Reddit comments. Like, holy shit. Like, sometimes it's some bullshit. You got to do a little scrolling. The jokes are funny, but sometimes we don't like facts. Like, when this fucking assassination attempt happened, you go to Reddit, like, immediately. When you click on a post or you see a post video and you see them people comment on it, that's really where I learn shit, or where I click another link and like even learn more shit, or like and really get the details and the facts of. I'm like, dude, I search everything on Reddit when I'm trying to like learn about something, because you can just get so many real responses and people vote the ones that are good up. And yeah, yo, check out Reddit, bro. It like Instagram and TikTok and stuff for me, that's just like work for music. Like it's it's work. It's not dude, I hope like I don't really like care, not care, but I'm not really a fan of like doing them. Like I'm doing them because like I want to get my sound out there. I want to grow my brand, but like my heart is with Reddit all day, because like that's where I learn about shit, yo. I learn on Reddit, and like you get to learn and socially connect with motherfuckers, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
What's the craziest fan gift you've received recently?
Lately, craziest gift. Yo, I got like a really, really, really dope shirt. Not even really like lately. It was a couple years ago. It was by far like the coolest shit ever though. It was just like a custom shirt. It had like a bunch of like Suburban Snoop, but they had like customly made it out of like, I guess it's called fabric paint, which is like dope as fuck. But I could tell they took time to make that shit. And like, yeah, no, that definitely is like the most cherished, I'd say, fan gift.
What's the biggest thing you're struggling with?
Just finding time to do time. I say time again. Time. It's like clockwork, tick-tock, right? But dude, time. It's a constant struggle for fucking time. Because like, yeah. And I'm also struggling with like finding the time to like get my workouts in. Cause like, and I hate that I'm prioritizing something before like my body, but like, cause like I really do need to work out. Like I get it. I do. And it's just like, yeah, I wish there was a way to like reduce the time of something less somewhere like work. Right. And get this shit so we can. So like, damn, I can really focus on shit. But I gotta, in the meantime, I gotta like do what I gotta do and get it right, balance it out, you know?
What do you want to say to yourself in a year?
What do I want to say to myself in 1 year? Don't stop. Don't stop. Well, no, that's cheesy. I'm going to be a cornball. Let's back up. What do I want to say to myself in a year? Stay in the streets. In the like, I got stickers lately. I've been like on my like guerrilla marketing grind and putting stickers up. And like my big thing, I always like tell myself like, yeah, no matter how big I get, like I'm always gonna put my little stickers up, yo, and like take a picture or video where I am. Cause like I like to be like Banksy with it. If you know about Banksy, like how he puts his art shit up, I like to put it in unique places. Easter egg hunt, right? Me and my wife, we're really like the only ones who are like been doing it lately in DC, I guess. Got a couple homies been doing it on the VA side of things, a couple people down here in Maryland. We've been riding the metro to DC and back, just plopping them up everywhere with the QR code. Because we're trying to build the genuine fans. And like, I don't know if you've ever found, I found music from artists that way. Like where not even before the QR codes, they used to put like their handles like on the sticker. That's what we used to do, like with old stickers. And like, yeah, that's been fun, but I always tell myself, no, don't stop no matter how big it gets. So like there's another don't stop though. Yeah. Don't stop your music. Don't let anything stop it. Like I've had low points early in the year. Like I said, I had my low points and like, yeah, not stopping is what's gotten me to where I'm at right now.
What kind of car do you have?
I got a couple cars, come to think of it. Let's see. So I have a 2023 BMW X3 on Toro. Then we also have an Atlas, a 2023 on Toro. My wife and I have, she drives the 2022 ID4. It's an electric car, an EV. Then we have a 2023 ID4, another EV. We rent that bitch out too. I'm all about making the side hustle off the Toro shit. Actually, I'm backing away from Toro recently. Someone messed up my car. I'm not the biggest fan of how they handled me, especially I'm an all-star host with a perfect background. And it's like, whatever. But anyway, that aside, I do like to rent cars because it's good side income and I know the business. And then, most special car, the fifth car, a 1997 Lincoln Town car. It's fucking purple. It's so dope. I actually got that bitch in the shop getting some new tires and some new white walls this week. So be on the lookout for some reels and some pics soon. Coming to the link, bro. It's purple. Like I said, it's my favorite color. Dude, like, what are the odds? Yo, it's my favorite color, too. I couldn't say no. That bitch only has 54,000 miles, man. And it's old as me. It literally hit the road like 5 days on the Carfax before I was born. Wild.
What's the largest crowd you've played in front of?
Maybe like like 1,500 people tops, like 1,500 to 2,000, I'd say. Not really, I wouldn't say like huge, not huge, large. I've enjoyed like the actually a bit smaller ones because that venue like just wasn't straight or wasn't big enough. I felt like for the crowd that was there, but no, I'd say about, we'll say 1,500. Or we give it round down to 1,000 just to be safe. Just to be safe on the numbers. Make sure it's real.
What's your ultimate goal for this year, 2024? What are you going to do?
Finally, goal for the year. Get this shit popping, bro. 50,000 Spotify subscribers or monthly users, whatever. 50,000 YouTube subscribers, bro. With 50K, if I can coach, push, Nate coach me where he gets me with it to just grow it, to get it to there. I think that's my true goal. Like really, yeah, for this year is really try to pump those subscribers up and get them up through every piece of content we have. Getting out there, man, pushing it, promoting it, doing the right. Yeah, no, that's definitely my biggest goal. I feel like he's put me onto so much new stuff that we have such big stuff coming this year that I really hope, and I'm really pushing and chasing. I'm not even gonna hope. Hope is so Obama. Like, oh wait, bro, that's hope. Like I'm chasing it. It's a goal. It's a gain. Like I want to turn it into my gains, and I really want to gain every single one by one. Yeah, to get there, bro. Because I want to do my art full time, so I could really show you my full potential. And yeah, I just want to be able to run with that. That's really my biggest goal. Take it there.
Well, that sounds like a great goal to achieve. I wish you the best of luck with it. I'm sure you'll get there. I'm sure you will. Well, alrighty, folks, that wraps us up for us tonight. I'm your host, Johnny Rocket, and this was An Evening with Suburban Snoop.